Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Moin. This is an odd one. Jerry was awake 40 minutes ago, seen in Discord. I have no clue where he went. Anybody knows where Jerry went missing? I don't know. He made the project list. He was active in Discord, as I said 40 minutes ago, and could be an update on his machine. Could be that he's just sleeping. Skype actually did threaten an update, which I refuse to do. He usually does that, Orinoco, just prior to stream, hence why I'm a bit nervous that he actually fell asleep, which is happened once or twice before. That being said, hello everybody. Yeah. I'm a bit baffled now. Speaking of Yellow Belly Tabletop, just in case Paul is listening, Paul, I can see you in Skype. If you fancy, you can jump in. Skype's open. Hello, Tuffy, James, what's up, Dutch, Orinoco, and Dave Harbuttle. Oh, Dad Lee, almost forgot you there, mate. Yeah, no idea what happens now. Technically, I still have his list of Crispin, welcome. Technically, I still have the list of project he so kindly generated, but I feel that would be a waste of potential because I think he has some what do you call it? Method to his madness. Yes, there's so many days around today. Hello, Soapy Dodger. If anybody is living close to Jerry, just go over there and knock on his door for me, please. Tell him to wake up. This is fun. His time of Christmas, it's dark and we all need sleep. Only sad thing, this is the second to last unofficial hobby hangout of the year, because next week will be the last one for this year, because there will be no unofficial hobby hangout on the 26th. Oh, Demon's up. I wouldn't dare try to grab miniatures from Jerry unless he's giving them freely. I feel that could be dangerously. Because 26th is a holiday and we're still at my parents' house. Or rather, my mother's. So I won't be in. And I'm not sure how Jerry is actually planning to spend the 26th. Could be that he's doing family stuff as well. Potentially you walk him up. Hello, yes, that's a high potential for being not so sober at all. Yeah. Masturbating and drinking. With the family around, I guess that's a recipe for potentially chaos. Oh, Crispin isn't masturbating. Crispin will be building his tiny Billion Suns fighter, I believe. Yeah, Tuffy. Feels like it sometimes. 2 and you're done. Oh, Crispin, you're not that old, are you? Yeah, so technically, I think we're dead in the water now. So, public vote. Do we use the list of... fucking hell. Do we use Jerry's list of projects, or do we just stumble across random other shit? And speaking of Christmas, I today got my order of shipment is out for the How to Build Train book, the latest one from Tabletop Workshop. So I'm having reading materials for the holidays, which is fine. Random, they say. Well, in that case, let me just close all this here. Going for Brawl Projects. Nah, nobody cuts himself on the corner of a square base. Pretty sure that's not how this works. Let's see. Where's a proper filter? Why don't we pester people about projects they put on hold? How about that? Come on. Project system, you can do it. And now I need to remind myself that I need to copy and paste the links. Oh, that looks grand. Let's go. We take this one. This looks promising, and this one. This one was also nice. Where do we go? It could be potentially nice. Madness always sounds nice. Oh yeah, there's one. And let's pick another one. Just hang in there for a second. Hello, Zork. Now, I think either he's fallen asleep or, well, potentially he could still be on the train. As far as I know, I don't know. The last thing I've read from him was about 40 minutes prior to the show. That could have well been still on the train, and if Irish train work only half as chaotic as German trains currently do, then yeah, he might be way off when. Also, the project system is really not playing with me now. Come on, you little bastard. Give me one more page, you wanker. Thank you. And let's take... oh yeah, that's nice. And this sounds interesting. And then there will be... I think that's probably enough for now. So let me just have a look and see. So these projects I just filtered are all on the status of they're on hold. So people started and are not doing anything with them. So maybe we're going to pester them about doing the stuff. This is the first one by one Horatio Noseblower of Fever Dreams and Screaming Nightmares. This was a little fever dream I need to make. This is the scene of the Devil's Tower and Close Encounter of the Third Kind. I know I've seen that movie. I can't recall how that went. Does anybody else have a recollection on how that looked? Is this the thing he's referring to? Ah, that's just an interview. To be fair, dial-up was way more reliable. You know it was slow, but it was constantly and on the same pace slow and not going all around the place. I'm not showing the project. Oh, blimey. Pardon me. My buttons don't work. Why don't my buttons work? Fucking hell. Grand. Now my ass. Yeah, let's go old school then. Yeah, there's it. Why is my touch portal not working? I don't know. Let's close this and then open this up again. Shut this down. Reopen it. See if this goes a connection. Nope. For fuck's sake. Yeah, OBS, thank you. You've broken my comfy stuff. Well, let's go back to the start. Fever Dreams and Screaming Nightmares by Horatio. So I know I've seen the movie. I've no clue on how this is going to end because I can't recall the scene he's referring to. If any of you is knowing how that scene actually looked. Devil's Tower and Close Encounters of the Third. I can't remember how that actually looked. Yeah, basically he starts building and never gives a finished thingamajig. And yeah, apology, Germany is banned from certain videos because of region locks, because of course we are. Let's put the link in there. And let the good man know that we have been here. And put in a comment if the project system so does allow us. It does. That's nice. That's something. Wasn't that the thing he made out of mashed potatoes? Oh, Warren has done a Google project. Oh, best not look at it. That's spelling insanity right there. Aha, this I'll be sure to finish before the UAH has too much time to complain about another project on the back burner. Haha. Yeah. I'm always ready to complain about stuff. You should know that, Horatio. So this is for an entry. Let's see what other people have put on the back burner. This is a Lorna project, and he did a attempt at Gunpla, which we have come to see more often in the community because let's face it, the model kits, just by speaking of how well they are tooled, they are above everything so far I've ever tried to build. Even the cheapest ones are really, really good. Fucking hell, look at the scale of that thing. That's ginormous. Yeah, the Evangelion animes are quite nice, even though the reboots have been somewhat disturbing, I feel. I would look at that big, ginormous Optimus Prime. Not sure about the toilet brush in the background, though. Lorna, mate, why is there a toilet brush in the background? Well, uh, what is this? See, we were here actually way back when he built the poor little Optimus Prime. See, I knew this was familiar. If we start using a toilet brush for scale, I'm thinking something's going wrong. You have yourself a good sleep there, Dutch. Yeah, I like this kind of model building. Mainly because you don't need to paint them. They look good as is. There's no need to splatter paint on. Now I need to put this one. Did I give you the link? I didn't, did I? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so used to having my friendly big helper here. Let's go there. But since this was a very, very short one, we could just jump into the next, and it would be this one. Second monitor is definitely handy. So, Grendel's warband for conquest, last argument of king. So Grendel is Jesus son, and he's painting Ulf Hitler, whatever. Demons Up, I think you can actually buy the angels, but I doubt they would be any fun in building, because as far as I remember, the angels were more or less very static miniatures with the occasional tentacles or light effect. What I would like to see is the Eva in the last movie, or last episode rather, when the armor plating goes all off and we can see the monster beneath. Oh, Dave. Dave, that's shots fired. Yeah, I'm guessing unless Jerry has taken the armies of the other team members and just started making them, they're probably still as unfinished as were they were back then. Hello, Crown of Command podcast. You should get yourself a shorter nick. You're almost filling up the whole line there. Good morning to you back there in the wide awake, far away country. I wish I could tell you where Jerry is. My guess is either his train is very late, or he's very sleepy and just fallen asleep in his chair. Either way, he's not here. I can't really do anything about it, sadly. Technically, anybody with Skype could just jump in. Excuse me. But it's a bit late for that now, I feel. Just, would you look at those tattoos? Why would anybody in his right mind do such a thing? It seems like an awful a lot of work to make so many tattoos. I mean, it looks great, and the non-metally metal bits also very much I like. It's a very stylized comic way of doing it. But what's with people using their thumbnails for a Tesla? I never somehow I never get around to do that. Yeah, Demon Sub, he was active on Discord about an hour ago, but that could mean anything. Well, I'm sure even if he's drunk on the train, that's all right. Falling asleep on a train could be problematic, though. Then again, Ireland isn't that big, so even if he stays on the train until the train stops moving, I guess the way back home isn't that long, is it? Yeah, sadly, this project seems to be very dormant now for some time. Maybe they lost interest in Conquest after the team hasn't managed to do their own. I like this big fellow. I'm not sure if trains work that way, Ewok. I'm not sure trains do work like that. I'm pretty sure he can't drive them just past home. So dormant for 3 years. You need to get on with it. Did I leave a comment? I did leave a comment, didn't I? Yes, I did. See, my brain still works partially. Did I manage to take a link to the project? No, I didn't. Did I? Potentially, yes, I did. So let's see what other people are not continuing working on. Oh, Horatio again. See, I found you yet again. See, this is this is 1 year ago, but this could have been just this year. October Gift Miss OTT crew. And he's going through all the emotions again. Horatio, mate, you don't need to push yourself that much. That being said, I've seen one person with a lot of projects on hold, but I won't put a name on that because, yeah, I pretty much can guess why that is. Chat, tell me. No, not Warren. None of the team. Have you ever felt like just throwing everything in the bin and just leave the hobby? At any point in time? And not just the one project you're currently working on, but generally just saying that I'm done. I need to get something else in my life. So basically, you're all relapsed patients. Yeah. I don't think I can say that I actually left the hobby because it just was a matter of not having money and time or opportunity. So basically, just fell at the wayside. And yeah, not getting games in is also a very frustrating. Ah, my buttons! I want my buttons. Damn it. So the only thing I'm currently really doing hobby-wise is on Thursdays playing BattleTag, and each day I'm opening the little boxes from what's his face, the Antique Terrain Advent Calendar, which is really a interesting thing to open, because since the compartments are not really sealed, it's a bit of a mix at times. Things are not there where they are supposed to. And I've seen other people having similar problems, though not to the extent I have. That's beside the point. Yeah, back to Mr. Horatio here. I feel you, mate. I feel you completely. Putting stuff on hold just because you can't be bothered with it, no matter how good the idea is. I've got a stack of, well, a few cartons of projects sitting behind me, and I'm not really sure how to manage them. Basically because I don't have any room left to put them anywhere. So I either need to find a way to magically make appear shelving, which is kind of scary, or I need to get rid of stuff. One way or another. Space must be made. But it's a lovely mini he selected himself there for Flying Orcs. Is it a sort out? It's a very... My collection is rather straightforward, because not having much money to spend in the first place really leaves you with just the stuff you really want. Yeah, James, but master degrees aren't that fun anymore. And let's face it, they're less social. I mean, hobbies just are there to bring you joy and have what's it called? Make you relax and calm down, reset your mind, do something different. So that way, I think even if you're just focusing on one project or one aspect of the hobby, we're still going grand. Hello, Nick. Welcome. In case you know anything about Jerry's whereabouts, if he has slept in, let us know. Or maybe he is actually just watching the footy. What do I know? Let's see. I think we can go to the next project, which will be this one. Let's put it in our tiny list for later reference, so that the people on the YouTubes can also enjoy the weird ramblings of an old man sitting here talking to himself and the monitor. So this is JJ Krupp, the Bruce Sten into Madness and comic style painting. Just the title is giving away a lot, I think. It's date night. Well, have fun then, Nick. Don't let us keep you. So he tried doing painting comic-y style. And I think we have looked at this way back when, before I started putting all the clicks and links into it. Let's see. So he's using the awful thing that's called a paintbrush. Airbrush. Bloody hell. Oh no. Who's Madame Pam? I don't know. I'm sure it's a joke on my expense, which I don't get, so Epic Duck Studios had a comic style painting. It's Green Hulk, that's for sure. Just let's see this little fellow. Yeah, that's green. Spam, 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 and spam. Oh, and he also does video. Come on, so let's hit the. Let's go with the punchline on that joke. Let me hear. Let me in on it. See, that's the thing you don't actually learn in school or by chance, just by talking to people. These offhand jokes. No, you don't. Yeah, if he had written palm instead of Pam, I might have got it. Oh, you lot are terrible. I'm pretty sure someone is now rightly so laughing their asses off on my expense. Fair enough. I can live with that. Since we've talked about spunk covered bases all that much, I'm guessing this won't do much in regards to monetization. And speaking of monetization, I'm not sure how many of you have themselves tried to get money from the likes of Twitch. But they tried to get me to redo my tax confirmation, and it's some reason it failed, and now I've redone everything for the onboarding to be eligible for monetization. And they won't take my PayPal account anymore for some fucking reason. But let's see how that turns out in the new year. Still haven't gotten bloody what's it called? OBS connected. Why isn't that working? I hate it. It should just work. Why doesn't it do? Hang in there. Nope. No connector. Why? Why? Settings. OBS. I hate tech. Let's go and do one up. See if this works. Nope, didn't. Well. All of a sudden now it works? Fucking hell. Yeah, but YouTube streaming is bad, and Jerry doesn't need a YouTube account for streaming on YouTube. Also, I could potentially set up OBS for multi-streaming, since Twitch now officially allows that. But where's the point? I'd be only able to see one chat at a time, or have more windows open. So, who cares? Unless people on YouTube actually now go on a rampage and tell me, oh no, we want this on YouTube. Then I need the numbers. Yeah. Back to J Group, and he's actively not doing anything more because of Corona and turning things down because, yeah, I think that time really took a toll on us all, and I'm a bit afraid this winter will be, yeah. I think this winter will be equally horrible, judging by the amount of people calling in sick currently at work and in other places. Let's go and watch this one. Funny enough, hi, Orinoco. What's happening to your Forge Fathers? Why is it on hold? Since you're in chat, tell us, why is it on hold? And while you're doing that, and we've been talking about your project multiple times, I'm just leaving the reminder to you that we has been here. So wait, tell us. Oh, playing games. I always forget this part about our hobby, that people actually paint their miniatures to play a game. Which is fair enough. But then again, it's been a year. You could restart it, couldn't you? And if you want to make Jerry a real happy Jerry, you also do a battle report. Oh, the time, money, space. 3 enemies of each hobbyist. And yeah. If only. Yesterday I saw somebody talking about the author from Who Killed a Mockingbird, or To Kill a Mockingbird, that she was able to write that book because her friends made it possible for her to have a living wage for a year without going to work. And that sounds very tempting, to have enough money for a year to not worry about any bills and just do what you desire. Oh, behave, Ewok Kebab. Not every wood is used in that way of. Yeah, it is. Knock on wood. Have you ever thought about just having all the time you usually use for your daily job as hobby time while still getting paid? Imagine, for a year, being able to do just what you actually want to do. I mean, you wouldn't need to do this your whole life long, but just have a time off here let's say when you turn 30, that's a nice number. You're 30 and you get to get 1 year off work. All your bills will be paid by whoever, and you just do whatever you want. Would the hobbies feel like work if you're just doing it when you feel like it? Again, you don't need to do it. You could still just do whatever you like. So if in that year you don't feel like hobby, then you don't do hobby. Simple as that. I feel that would release a lot of tension in people's life. James, I'm not really arguing with that on this one, but also I'm not agreeing. I feel that solely depends on how people actually feel like doing things. Hello, first time caller Jefferson Powers. Yeah, starting to paint miniatures for money is something that can drive can drive the fun out of the hobby. Tuffy, I don't know where you store your pills and booze. I know. I's got me booze right here. Also, let me know if this is getting too depressing and we just venture on into the next project. I'm I'm just playing. I almost said with my balls. No, playing ball with my mind. Yeah, Evo Kebab says, Orinoco, I'd like to see that project continue because I really feel that your little Forge Fathers do look nice and green and shiny. Oh no, Toffee topped herself. That's bad. She surely will be missed, especially her quick painting styles from way back when. So, let's go here. Let's take a note of this little wee project, which is totally in scale with today's motto of I have no clue what I'm doing it anyway. Our Crown of Command, did he lose his mojo from doing it full time? If he's still in here and not went off to having breakfast and coffee, that would be an interesting question. Hello, James, number 2. So, Mr. Harry Blaines had put this on hold for whatever reason. But just look at all those mighty capital ships, but he lacks a fighter. Maybe Crispin should help him out with a fighter. James, I'm not sure if that actually made him go kabooey or if he just fell asleep in his chair. Those are nicer, Crispin. What does it make you say that? I mean, yours is bigger, bigger is always better. At least that's what the ladies always tell me. And you know what? This is again one of these things that really annoy me to hell and back. I'm finally in a position where I can at least partially afford some hobby stuff. And all the companies, most of the companies I want to buy from are living in the bloody UK. And ordering from the UK is so out of hand expensive. It's mental. It just... Why? Well, I think they are very far away. Very, very far away. At least 2 years away. I love the color shifting. Look at that. All those nice little colors. Yeah, I get it, but you see, we had the pleasure of ordering from the UK without any taxes or fees or anything, and then some wankers took it away from us. That's worse. Oh, I guess that there would be ways of circumventing import taxes, but every step in the progress would mean more postage. So I mean, while looking at these lovely battleships, I was thinking especially of stuff that's made by oh, I'm getting the name wrong. Brigadier models? Those who do tiny fighty spaceships and also Keltos. Was it Brigade Games? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's we all know it sucks big time. And the other one I would like to have would be the spaceships from Modifius Homeworld, but those ships are not available separately. No, Taffy, that's not how the Second World War started. Also, don't mention the war. There are certain rules. If I buy from a company, they can't declare it as a gift. So yeah, there's. I'm guessing there are certain semi-legal ways to get around certain things, but I don't want to dabble in that. I want to be able to just click on it and say, that's mine. Thank you. And kudos to Heresy Andy for setting up an Etsy shop to actually get back some of his European buyers. So if you're living outside the UK and you want to buy stuff from Andy, which he would really appreciate right now, go to Etsy and look for Heresy miniatures. Anything he hasn't set up in the shop right now, you just mail him and say, hey, that one article of yours that's in your ordinary shop, please put that on Etsy. I want to have X amount of them. Yes, Ewok. Barber's Adagio for strings is great in that game. Also, next year there will be a new Homeworld video game, and I'm so fucking looking forward to that. But we're not here to talk about video games, at least not today. Maybe some other day. Let's go and have another look-see at other people's hobbies. There's this one that I still have on hold. And where's my... There's this one. And also I need to Add to the list. Back again. Yes, Ewok, it's I'm trying to think about the who was it? Let's see. 2024 by Blackbird Interactive. Release scheduled for 8th of March. So, looking forward to a nice year after that date. The trailers really look nice. They have, so far, things are looking spot on. I hope they don't fuck it up. So, LSR, learning to paint black and white, which sounds silly, but then again, I never tried to really do paint black and white. I know how to get a decent coverage of a consistent white, but having white tones to make it look real, I think that's a bit out of my wheelhouse. What are you researching, Tuffy? Tiny Fighting Man? Or how to spook your superiors in your afterlife? Oh, James, you are a sneaky bugger. I see a red door and I want it painted black. Ah, terrible, terrible. Comparing old method to new method. Yeah, new method is definitely a bit more vibrant, but I'd say the old method is a bit more black. 2 World War I soldiers for a friend. Well, you just could ring up Jerry, because obviously he has now time to talk. Yeah, the gray might be a bit too much, but at the same time, his hand also looks very bright, so it might be brighter on camera than in actual life. Which is a hobby within itself, taking proper pictures of your miniatures. I still struggle to do those. But then again, I don't really care as much for documenting my stuff, because I make them for myself and to game with them, or to just look at them sitting somewhere. Did he say what he's using as a reference here? I've seen the thingamajig, some kind of guide, but he doesn't tell us what it is, does he? Nope. A black and white paint set. So hold on a sec. This is a paint set that's just there for painting black and white with instructions on how to paint black and white? Ah. Let me just look and see. Oh, that's very kind of you. Come on, internet. Now that's interesting. Oh, I see. Yeah, why am I laughing? Because, oh, it doesn't go. Step by Step by Angel Reales. Okay, that explains everything. Yep. That's one painter I'm not trying to copy because, yeah, I'm trying to save some dignity in doing hobby. Did I leave a comment? I can't remember. Right now the project system is dying on us again. Nope, didn't leave a comment. Need to do that now then. Copy, paste, post. Bob's your uncle. Yeah. People are way too talented. Secret project system was working, though maybe a bit behind. Yeah. James, I really hope that what Warren mentioned briefly with cutting the store from the website and freeing up resources actually does something. I'm not quite sure it will. But who knows? Maybe if they do a proper database reset. I'm not a coder by any stretch of the imagination. I'm an informed amateur at that point. Yeah, it's still WordPress with a bunch of flocked on stuff, which is technically possible and doable, but sadly, when I joined Beast of War, it was at the tail end of the old site, so I can't really tell on how reliable that was and how that worked. And also, the hamsters are on ecstasy all the time. And I'm guessing if I was to look at the back end of how they actually power the whole site, I might have a heart attack. I know that Tim wasn't too happy with the system overall. So yeah, that's about that. To be fair, Mr. Stockwell James, I prefer to see miniatures on the table that are being played. I like at times to see other people who are really good at it and look at the like artworks in a museum, but that's far from what I call hobby. Because let's face it, even those guys who really, really can paint are not going to do armies worth on that paint style for the most part. Some loonies out there might do that, but most just go with a basic paint scheme. And that's if I see something that I can achieve within my lifetime with a little spare time that I have, it's much more satisfactory for me. There's miniatures I like to paint and put a little bit more effort in, but those are just palette cleansers. I mean, this is why I love painting skeletons, for example, because skeletons are the most thankful paint job ever. You can go do as little or as much as you want. Basically, if you just prime them white, dry brush them in a brain matter beige or any other off-white, do some dipping or shading, and then another dry brush, and you're done. And they just look great. And if you want to go mental, you can do object source lighting, you can do some more weathering, you can do all kinds of like glowing eyes. It's just, yeah, they always lend themselves very well to such things. Easy achievable goals, very uh quick satisfaction. It's a one and done. Same for orcs. You don't need to be too tidy for orcs, and if you go for blue orcs and invisible orcs, green orcs, red orcs, it's just slap paint on where you like it, and the model does half the work. But then there are skeletons like the ones that are on sale over at Heresy Miniatures. The 3-ups he has made for his, I hope someday, upcoming plastic skeleton mobs that are really dynamic. And those would need a proper, good, real, knowledgeable paint job. And I don't think I would dare to do those. I mean, it's like painting rocks at some point. You have a shape that's there, and only thing you do is actually put a base color on it and do some edge highlighting in any way, shape, or form, whichever technique you use, and it's done and dusted in the most literal sense. And if you put more work into it, it looks even better at times. I'm trying to think of what miniature annoyed me the most painting wise, and I really can't think of any that really grind my gears. What's your nemesis miniature you had painted, and after finishing it you said to yourself, I'm never going to do anything like that again? I'm trying to think of something, but I can't really. Hmm. Oh, it's weird. You would think there would be miniatures where I go, yeah, this was a chore to paint, but Eldar tanks, because of all the flat surfaces and the panel lining. Usually the current one. That's a fair answer. Um. Oh, I know. I know what drove me nuts the most were some of the battle mech miniatures, because it's a weird hybrid. For one, I wanted to just get them done, and some of them had shapes and forms that lend themselves very well to a certain style of paint, because they just inspired me to do some things. There was the commando that is usually played with flamers, so he looks like a little flamey devil. There's the one, always forget the name, with the antenna on top of his head, who looked like a unicorn, so he got rainbow colors in a unicorn. But some models just, I looked at them and go, well, I don't know how to paint you. It's just, uh. And at the end, some of them just, yeah, you're getting gray and that's it and done. Actually, I think, oh, where is he gone? I'm pretty sure this won't show up on camera. These are 3 little bunnies stacked on top of each other with a shield and a sword. And I can't remember what Kickstarter that was, but that took me some time to decide to go fully mental on the color of the fur, going orange, pink, and almost violet. Yeah, don't think, don't remind yourself about horrible miniatures you've painted. Ewok, um, repeated patterns can be annoying, exhausting, but I found that, especially for Star Wars Legion, painting stormtroopers was quite a palette cleanser as well. Mainly because I didn't care on having a high standard on painting them, so I just primed them white, dotted in the black parts and some gray and bluish bits, and then it done. See, James, that's a thing that's still missing on my palette. I've never ventured beyond 28 mil in any direction. Technically, Battletech is 6 to 8 mil, but then again, the miniatures themselves are 28 mil, so that's neither here nor there. Same for Bot War. It's also large figures. And I'm still looking for stuff in smaller detail that I might give a hand on or try out. Yeah, having historical games widespread, I think, is the biggest plus for that niche of the hobby, because there's only so much ways how you can depict a certain kind of soldier because they're historical. You don't need to make shit up. I mean, again, there's people on the internet doing 50 mil stuff that looks way better than my 28 mil stuff, and I don't know why they're doing that to themselves, but then some people like it, so good on them. You do you. Have fun with your hobby. It's your hobby. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I'm just going to tell you I wouldn't enjoy it. Especially not with the eyesight of a blind badger. I wonder, since Games Workshop has re-released so many of their classic games, what are the chances they will do a relaunch of Inquisitor? I'd say they're slim to none. Though having those figures would actually be an interesting thing to paint. 55, 54 millimeters? Seems like an interesting scale. You mean their 32 mil heroic scale? Well, now I think there might still be some gap there. Might as well be, James. 55, 54 being the scale for 2032. you say that, Demon Sub, that all control-sized models are easier to paint with the details, but a human-sized skull on a troll is still just a human-sized skull. So the details technically don't get better. You just don't care for them anymore as much. I mean, it's like painting the what's it called? The super mutant monster on Fallout Swan. I can't remember what that actually was called. He has a shopping cart on his back, so I don't know, James. I wish I could be a tiny mouse and just listen into the decision making progress on companies like Games Workshop and why they are doing things, what their long plans are. But then again, do I really want to know? Do I really care what Games Workshop does? Not really. But I'm looking forward to or what's it called again? Ah, bloody hell. That one miniature game in tiny scale that's due to next year alongside with Warpath and what is it? Armored Clash. That's the one. Yeah, James, the painting phase is really nice, especially if they have ex Games Workshop employees on the couch for a talk and chat, and man, that makes that really does make working for Games Workshop sound scary as hell. Warpath is the other one that's due to release, but I don't really like the design of Warpath as far as I've seen things now. So I'm looking forward to what Armored Clash is going to look like. I could see myself getting into that. Also, the painting phase isn't Peachy's channel. The painting phase existed prior to Peachy. He just joined in there, if I remember correctly. James, I've seen the video, and yeah, I can see why you'd think that, but at the same time, I feel um he had a bit of a different look on things, and it made sense to a degree what he was talking about. Even though it might not just be making much sense to us in general. It's all the business end. And let's face it, we don't want to be seen as a resource for those companies, but we are a resource for those companies. And companies do what companies do best, and that is targeting those who will be spending the most money. Welcome to capitalism. Yeah, he might have been still high on it, but then again, it was something different. It was a discussion that I haven't seen before, and insights into a how does company work process that I've found interesting. I'm not sure I would want to spend an evening with that guy and having a pint, but then again, it could very well be that this wouldn't be the case for any people I only know via the means of internet. After all, we're all just poor little sots, humans. Yes, I think I will call it a day for this. The project system is still acting up in the background. I've tried to open some projects, and this doesn't really inspire confidence. So I'm going to say, flock you, project system, for tonight. You go down to bed, and I will just finish my orange lemonade. I could, James, I could. And someday I may. I might do, but today is not the day. Thanks everybody for staying here and for joining in. Anybody who stayed on YouTube this long, good job. And remember, next week will be the last unofficial Hobby Hangout for this year. And hopefully Jerry will be back. Otherwise, I'll make shit up as usual. You have a good night. Keep yourself safe and have a drink or two.